They're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
This movie was only 80 minutes, right?
Stop it!
It was 83.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. 83 is too many. Fuck.
This might help.
A movie this short shouldn't feel this fucking long. God.
You know that we're only halfway.
Fuck! Okay.
That's right, we watched a Happy Madison movie. Welcome to Rough Cuts. I'm your host, Boix. I'm not your host, Boix. Listen, this is a lot. I mean, this is my host. My other host is Boix. This is Boix over there. I'm Ilyon. Hi. This is our show about good boys and bad movies, but this is a bad boy in a worse movie. No, God, what is worse, Rob Snyder or the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
They're equally as bad, I would say. This is our second foray into the Rob Schneiderverse, because Rob Schneider was also the voice of Shelby, and Shelby the dog that saved Christmas, which was fucking terrible.
Here's a question. We're not allowed to rate the movies, but which cast overall is worse? Shelby with Tom Arnold,
And
Chevy Chase,
yeah.
and Rob Schneider, or the
That was
Animal
real bad.
with
Rob Schneider and all the Happy Madison
the lady
folks.
that did not win season 1 of Survivor, and John C. McGillney was in this. Who else was in this?
Yeah,
Ed
I
Asner.
like Dr.
Ed
Cox,
Asner.
though. There's somebody I like.
I
you
like
know.
John C. McGillney.
Yeah. I don't, and Ed Asner. So.
Okay, so Shelby still wins then. Okay.
Yeah, we are very, very aware of Ed Asner on this podcast.
We sure
For some
are.
reason, we felt like we haven't punished ourselves enough for watching New York Ninja.
Yeah, we watched a few good movies, like New York Ninja. Watch New York Ninja. New York Ninja is a really fun movie. The Animal, not as fun of a movie.
Oh man, you've seen this movie before.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess like The Animal's not Rob Schneider's part of the like SNL cast that ended up making Happy Madison.
Yeah.
And then they just make all these films every year to pump out money, like just pump out something to make money, and then get their paycheck, and then all of Adam Sandler's friends get their paycheck, and they just do it every year. And they
still make
like,
money.
Yeah, they suckered Netflix into making like 8 of these or something with Happy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Which the first one bombed so bad.
It's because, but they all
terrible.
You say
doesn't
that
matter.
they bombed, but they all make money. They
They
all
all
make
money somehow, and it's almost all in advertising in film, with like Slim Jim and
Yeah,
Krusty,
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it is
Krispy Kreme. It was Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, Slim Jims. Yeah, they're very, very, very big on putting.
They
product
make their money
placement in
there
movies.
first, and then if they make any money afterwards,
Then it's just
a
bank.
success.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Gravy.
success.
Well, it also helps when your sets and everything, the budget is about 0, and then you just
0, yeah. And,
you
this was
you
right
find
after
like a bunch of college student interns and stuff that you can round up, and then you shoot it on a used TV set, and you just pay your actors $20 million a piece because that's
this was,
what you want. It's all your friends, and you just wanted to make them some money.
You just want to make all your friends money, but this was after Big Daddy. This was after Little Nicky, and like all those.
This is like right after them, though.
Early 2000. Yeah, it's literally the film after Little Nicky.
Because it's
That movie was-
2001.
That movie has one of the worst Game Boy Color games I've ever played.
Little Nicky?
Yeah, Little Nicky.
Wait,
Oh,
is
what
there...
a shit pile that game is.
there's a Little Nicky Game Boy Color game?
Yeah, if you want to punish yourself with a video game, you could play the Little Nicky game. It's
You
one
know,
of
I
the
think
most
I'm all full up on
disgustingly-
punishment right now.
It's just a it's not an offensive game, but it's offensive to the senses.
Stop talking about things that are better than the animal, and let's just get into this, please. Stop.
All right, let me
stalling.
read.
I know what you're
let me read some
doing.
critic reviews for
Oh yeah,
for
if
the
you could.
animal.
Yeah.
While less offensive and more charming than recent gross-humored comedies, the animal is still rather mediocre. About the best you can say regarding this inoffensive Schneider vehicle is, hey, it could have been worse.
Are these different reviewers?
Yes. These are bad
Okay,
reviews. by
I'm
the
going
way.
to. I'm gonna just. Can I cut you off here for a moment?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a real talk for just like 30 seconds. I was going to skip over the obvious racism that is throughout this entire movie, and it's real bad. But then they literally made it the plot point that ends the movie.
Yeah, they do.
So the movie spends almost every 5 minutes of it goes into a tirade about how you can't be racist to black people anymore and you have to treat them nice. But it's okay, see, because it's the black character that's saying that. And so that makes it all right, because nobody's mean to black people anymore.
Nobody
'cause
wants to be
racism's
racist
over.
to a black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so they just let him get away with anything. He gets all the special privileges he wants, including that when at the end of the film they're going to murder somebody, he goes, "Oh, it was me." And then everybody goes, "Oh no, we can't do that. He's black." Oh, shucks. Gee, I guess we leave. Because everyone's super nice to black people because racism's over. And if
What a
the
funny
thing is,
movie, huh?
we're just treating black people too nice, especially the cops, which is what that's literally the end of this. Yeah, is the cops are so nice they won't even arrest black people anymore. That is absolutely 100% the end of this film. And now we're done with that. So least offensive movie in the Happy Madison filmography.
Yeah,
We have it.
another-
The verdict here. Sorry, who are the two? Can you actually name and shame those reviewers? Like, I'm not even kidding. Can you fucking name those assholes?
I don't remember the first one. I'd have to go find it again.
Jesus Christ.
But inoffensive could have been worse was Mark Savlov from the Austin Chronicle.
Hey, Mark Savlov from the Austin Chronicle. Go fuck yourself. Like,
Another one from Harry Gurin and RTE and
I'm
Ireland.
not feeling
no
very
classic,
charitable.
no classic, but far less offensive than the witless dross like C-spot run that kids have endured.
Fuck you. Fuck all these reviewers. Fuck every
are real
one of
critic
them.
reviews. Yeah, but these are the bad reviews. That's what's surprising me about this.
That they don't like
They're
this
saying
movie.
it's not offensive, and they gave it a 1. They hated
Well,
it, and they gave it a 1.
But this movie,
And they're like,
Well, yeah,
well,
'cause
it
this
could
movie's
be
not
worse.
funny.
It's fine. Yeah.
that's because, like, even if you're looking at, even if you just totally ignore all of the misogyny and racism and everything else that comes with these movies, it's not funny. But, well, okay,
Yeah.
we need to do the film. We need to do the film. Stop looking at reviews. We need to do the film. I know you want. I know you don't want to.
I didn't know a lot about the animal, right?
Yeah. It lived
I
down to
remember-
my expectations from being 15. I thought that it was bad
Yeah.
when I was 15, and it was as bad as I thought. So go ahead.
I remember seeing advertising for it, right?
Mhm.
And
There
I
was
think
a
this
lot
movie
of
got a
advertising for it.
shitload of marketing.
Yes. Yeah. From what I
Yeah.
remember, it had a lot of marketing.
And I kind of figure it'd be like a Dr. Moreau, like an Islander Dr. Moreau movie, like The Pest, where Rob Schneider goes out and he gets hunted because he's an animal. And then it's human sport, right? Like that would be a calling back to a classic book and a classic tale that is well told, that you don't have to do a lot of work on.
Yes. But
And it's even worse.
I would like
worse.
to raise you one thing why they didn't
Yeah.
do that. That sounds like it costs money. At least
They would have
a
had to
little
put
bit.
more effort into it. Yeah,
They'd have had to put more effort into it.
Yeah, I guess we could talk. The problem with talking about the plot is this movie
There
doesn't
is
have
none.
a plot. For
It has a
99%
soundtrack.
of
It has a really big
Yeah,
soundtrack.
it has a soundtrack. They got artists of the time, and artists vary not much of the time, but enough to fill out 2 CD set that you could sell at Sam Goody for $10 or $20 or whatever.
There are scenes where Rob Schneider is rolling up in his car to a bumpin' soundtrack like, oh god, I'm trying to think of one of the many, Wild Thing. So he'll be rolling up with Wild Thing, and then he'll get out of the car, close his door, turn and look at the camera, and it'll change music to a rap song, and he'll stroll into the local vet shop, and he opens it up, and he sees the woman behind the counter who is his love interest, and he goes, ooh, hubba hubba, and then it like transitions into Marvin Gaye, and then he walks into the back room with her, and it starts doing instead like this Michael Jackson song alike, because they couldn't get the rights to that.
They couldn't afford Michael Jackson.
Because there's a monkey doing a Thriller dance in the back of this vet shop, and like it just changes music randomly every 30
3 or 4
seconds.
times in one scene. You'll
Yes.
get different songs. Like from a filmmaking perspective, this movie is baffling to me because it's extremely amateur.
They have him as under the knife, like with a like kind of he's sedated.
Yeah.
Surgery scene with him like seeing flashes of things and stuff because he's in a car accident and he gets put in with that anyway, and it's to like boom 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 music, like it's just like what the fuck is this, like why for this
Like, none of the
surgery
music matches
scene?
the scenes either.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just like this
But-
weird electronic music and you're like, this doesn't seem to be anything.
It's also kind of like full of jump cuts between scenes, and scenes just end violently out of nowhere, and now it's a new scene for some reason.
Well, okay, here's
Sometimes
here's
in the
a really
same
good
location,
example.
but you just turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the ones that really struck me that way, because like all the scenes are super disjointed, but one of them that was really, really bad is he goes on a date with his love interest.
Rihanna.
And
Sure.
yep.
The
Yeah,
character,
Rihanna.
anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Rihanna comes in and she's singing some of her songs and he's taking her out on a date. And I can't even do that to Rihanna. This is the Survivor lady, but
No, that's her character name in the movie.
it is, yes, her name is Rihanna, but I know, but I was making
Not
anyway.
the the
Yeah, no, I know. I
musician
was
Rihanna
I was
didn't
doing a
show
joke.
up.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is taking her on a date. They go to this restaurant, and it shows him arrive early, and he just pulls out a pile of raw meat from a bag, eats 3 big chunks from it. The bartender gives him a weird look, and he goes, "Whoo!" and he acts startled. And then it cuts, and it cuts to him looking at her coming in, totally cleaned up, no grease and blood all over his face from a second ago, no meat out on the counter, nothing, and he's just like waving to her. It's just 2 separate scenes. There's like a 10-second scene of him eating a bunch of meat in front of the bartender, and the bartender looking at him weird, and then he goes, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Ha ha ha. Is that funny? Is that the joke? And then it just cuts, and it's a new scene. Like they constantly do that. They'll just intersect like 10-second scenes into other scenes of him doing a weird thing.
This movie feels like they had a brainstorming session. Like they had 10 writers or whatever sitting at a table, just throwing out
They
whatever
didn't have
ideas.
10 writers.
One pervert at a table next to Rob Schneider.
No.
Spitballing
Okay, well,
ideas.
yes, next to Tom Schneider, because that pervert was named Tom Brady, and then
Yeah.
the other pervert beside him was named Rob Schneider, and those are the
Rob
2 writers.
Schneider.
Those are the 2 writers for this movie. Those are the only credited writers. Correct.
So they're at an IHOP at 2 in the morning.
Rob Schneider and Tom Brady are at an IHOP writing the animal, and they're
writing
just
on
going,
a
man, this is
napkin."
good shit.
Yeah, writing on a napkin. And there's what if we just like ate meat at a bar? Oh my god!
Oh, what if it was raw meat? That'd be fun.
You know, like
raw
animals?
meat, oh!
Oh, you know, let's be really funny. What if they tried to feed him vegetables?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! Write that down. Write that shit down. That's good shit. And then they wrote it down. They wrote it all down on a napkin, right? They wrote down all these jokes, and then they put their coffee on the napkin, and it like smudged it, which made the jokes better somehow.
So then they sat down and rewrote the jokes
So
to
then
make
they
sure that
rewrote
they
them.
went back to the originals. Oh no, we can't have this. Oh no. Yeah, because
And
during
then
that
was,
date,
that was the
during
end
that
of the writing.
date,
Yeah.
he gets fed a vegetarian meal, and he fucking throws his vegetables on the floor whenever she's distracted, like he's a fucking 3-year-old. And he just throws them on the floor beside him in this nice fancy restaurant. But nobody notices. She doesn't notice. Nobody, like, they don't even do a joke or anything with that, though. Like, that whole restaurant
The joke
scene.
is that men don't eat vegetables.
I get,
That's
but,
the
like,
joke. Yeah.
that whole restaurant scene is such a perfect microcosm for how disjointed and fucking stupid this movie is. And how cheap. Because it's set in this fancy restaurant, quote unquote. But like when he's throwing stuff on the floor, you can see that they like threw rug over a concrete floor to just be like, no, this is a fancy restaurant. See? And he throws all this food on the floor, but they never follow up on it. Nobody sees it. Like she doesn't see it. He doesn't have to comment on it. Like she never catches him doing it.
No.
The waiter doesn't like trip and fall on it and make a funny joke or
That's why it's
funny
like
joke.
it's a half-baked idea, and then they stop writing.
Yes,
right?
that's
And
what
they
I'm
just shot
saying.
it.
Like
yeah.
it's perfect. This restaurant scene is basically the whole movie. Like we can just describe this whole movie in this one restaurant scene. Because then they also have the horrible misogyny and disgusting shit here where of course he brings her in and she's good looking, so the waiter's like, oh look, she's with this schlub Rob Schneider, I'm gonna make my move on her and she's gonna like me instead. So the waiter comes over and just starts grabbing all over her, to which she doesn't care at all. She's fine with it and even gives him her number in front of her date. And then at the end of that, the guy goes like, I'm gonna go out and get a smoke. And so it shows Rob Schneider get up from the table, and this is just the end of that scene. He goes like, oh, can you excuse me a moment? He gets up, it shows the guy smoking outside, and then it cuts to Rob Schneider running at him and headbutting him like he's a goat. And then it cuts that, and then they're no longer in the restaurant, and that date is over.
I think that guy died.
But like...
I assume he murdered that guy, but like they didn't go far enough with the joke to make it funny, and they didn't They didn't set up the joke enough to make it fit any plot point or anything. It just happens because they wrote it down.
Oh, but also I forgot Rob Schneider does piss on her chair to mark his territory.
Rob Schneider pees a lot in this movie, actually. In addition to Rob Schneider's
jerks it.
full dick and balls and his ass, he pees everywhere and masturbates a lot.
Yeah, he does fuck himself in the washroom of that restaurant while whinnying loudly like a horse.
There's about...
That's true.
6 different scenes where Rob Schneider either is grinding up against an animal or literally sexing and fucking one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot.
I want to... Oh, the goat scene.
Man, Jossie McGillney does not need to be in this.
Park the tractor right here.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
Is that your goat?
Yeah, that's Nelly.
Oh no, he's gonna fuck the goat, isn't he?
Why do you think he's gonna fuck
It's in
everything?
heat.
Huh?
Yeah.
See? I know! I fucking know! Because I've seen a Happy Madison!
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Rob Schneider.
Shut up.
He's gonna fuck that
Now,
goat.
these tracks are still fresh, aren't they? They are. Do me a favor and walk me through the
Fucking
warehouse.
damn it.
Farmhands, the time.
You can't listen.
Check out something over
Just
here.
because my superpower of picking out when movies are going to do things are for the shittiest fucking movies doesn't mean that you get to make fun of me for it. You have the same superpower, I just have it for worse movies. He slaps a goat's ass.
which is fucking bad.
Which is when he was gonna fuck it. Yeah.
They cut that down. It was way more explicit and worse. They edited that down.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is terrifying, considering what I watched.
Release the Schneider cut.
I don't. It's like Disney has Utopia. And
This
Rob
is a
Schneider
whole
has
new.
Zoophilia.
This is a whole new. This is a whole new level of release the Schneider cut that we didn't know that we.
Fuck.
Give us the original uncut goat scene, you
How-
fuckers.
You
thought that cats with buttholes was bad. Wait until you see the full goat scene.
I
from
already
Animal.
saw Rob Schneider's butthole in this movie. I don't need to see the butthole cut. I don't like.
Dude, okay, we should actually say what the plot is, right? What little there is, because man, there's very little.
Should we? Marvin's a cop who sucks at his job, and he's just starting, so he's like in pre-cop hazing phase.
I guess I don't know.
Which is what
There's
all
an
cops go
evidence
through
clerk.
because they love hazing.
Because they're monsters, yeah.
Yeah, they're monsters.
They do kill a cop in this movie, and then
Oh,
no
they
one
do, yeah.
cares.
They do,
So
yeah.
there are a few moments.
He ends up getting into a car crash and literally fucking dying.
Mm-hmm.
And then some quack professor puts a bunch of animal organs at random into his body, which revives him.
And makes him ADR dolphin noises over himself.
Yeah, and it gives him animal characteristics, but the animal organs in his body are taking over his human side, so he's becoming more animal-like. And perverted? Mostly perverted.
Yeah, which mostly means that he just
Yeah.
wants to fuck goats.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what the difference is
And-
from regular Rob Schneider, but
And he keeps passing out at night after fucking goats. And
Yeah.
then there's these cows that were attacked, which somebody gives a witness testimony of the guy that did it looking like Rob Schneider with his naked hairy ass.
mm-hmm.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Which doesn't make any
considering
sense
the
because he
end.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yep, because he wasn't on the
What?
scene, because he was nowhere near it, so that guy wouldn't have
No,
seen him, so it
yeah,
makes no
what?
sense. Yeah, don't worry about it. They didn't worry
anyways,
about it.
He's also trying to get with that girl from Survivor who didn't win but was on the show. She read the script and said yes? Are you kidding
She was on She didn't win Survivor, Borks.
Wait, no, I thought she won. Wait a minute.
No! She's a contestant. No. Yep.
And who
Hey,
can't
guess what?
act.
Her acting level is about the level of somebody who went on Survivor and didn't win the show and had never acted before. I feel bad making fun of her because she's
Well, she puts
super
no
not an
emotion
actress.
to any line read. It's all monotone, like half asleep. Probably smoked a bowl beforehand and then went on set, you know, like...
Yeah, but like, good for her.
Yeah, and she made a bunch of money.
Hey,
Like, what are you
listen,
gonna do?
Rob Schneider got naked for this movie. She was smart enough not to. She didn't do any gross shit like they did. Oh, wait,
She
licked
did lick Rob Schneider's face, though. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty
But
bad.
she got made. She got banked. She got paid for this. You know, like she better have. I hope she got
She better
fucking
have,
paid.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope she got paid and she walked away. She cared as little about this movie as she needed
But
to.
Rob Schneider, who's a cop in training, wants to get with this
Mm-hmm.
girl, Rihanna, who is a nature rescue person. She like rescues animals.
I don't
guess.
understand at all.
I don't know what
she
the point
is.
of that is, but
There is none.
anyways,
They also keep on changing it because like she's operating like a pet shop kind of thing, but then she talks about how it's like all animals that she only finds that are
she's
like
rescued,
abandoned. So she's doing a
yeah,
rescue. But then she was on the TV in the beginning, and they act like she's on the TV a lot because Rob Schneider sent her a fucked up weird message about like how much he loves her in a letter so that she read it on TV. And she thought it was from a child because that's their joke, is that he's stupid because it's funny.
Yeah,
but like, so what is her job? Like, what does she do?
Her job is woman.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
that
her
they
job.
really do not give her any more.
Her job is woman, and she likes rescue animals or whatever. So, Rob Schneider does a bunch of animal fuck.
Yeah, then it's just a montage of Rob Schneider fucking as many
For
animals
like an
as you
hour.
can imagine. Just
For
like
an hour.
just dirty, gross, disgusting stuff. Just, you know, all ass play, lots of water sports.
He's
It's
sniffing
just
butts.
going
he's
at
licking
it.
assholes,
Yeah, he's sniffing
peeing
all
on
over the
people's
place.
chairs
Yeah,
and on their house.
noses go everywhere. Snouts. Oh man, you've never seen a snout do what I've seen.
He even peed on Conan O'Brien's house, and you're only supposed to do that in Death Stranding. But yeah, he got a restraining order for that from this film. It was weird. But and then yeah, somebody's attacking cows. They think it's Rob, and then a bird hunter gets attacked. So the cops not only send him out on paid leave vacation,
they also hunt
like you
him
do
down
with
like
all
an
cops.
animal.
But they hunt him down like an animal, like cops do. I guess.
They don't do that to
Right.
their own, so...
And then it turns into like a werewolf whodunit. Because we know there's another werewolf beast.
No, it does. No, it doesn't. No,
They try
you can't.
though. They try.
For a minute.
It's
and a
like
half
Werewolves Within
the
or
end.
Wolf or any of those type of
no.
werewolf mystery movies. But it's really stupid.
Yeah,
it's really,
yes,
really
yes.
stupid.
Because it's her. Spoiler alert. It's her. It's been her the whole time.
And
like,
I
for no
guess-
reason.
And then Rob and her are like, oh, yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. I don't, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. And then she
I
kills
guess.
John C. McGillney, who's the mean cop.
Yeah, she does. She murders a
And-
cop. She's pretty
and-
cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she's. I mean, honestly, like, for her part in this movie, she doesn't get naked. She doesn't do anything disgusting, really. And then she kills a cop. She gets money.
Yeah, but to
I
be
think
fair,
she
that's
made
the
out
cop that's
okay.
been beating up Rob Schneider a lot and kicking him and punching him and throwing him on the
That's
ground. And
true. She
shooting
doesn't have
at
to
him.
act like she's in with Rob Schneider, and that's
No.
pretty hard.
Ed Asner's probably better, anyways, as a cop because he shot Rob in the balls.
That's true. He did shoot. We did see Ed Asner shoot Rob.
If you want to see a movie with Ed Asner shooting Rob Schneider in the balls, this is
you can watch
technically
about
that
10
type
seconds
film.
of the animal and don't watch
Yeah,
anything else.
Nothing else, though. But yeah, so they're both wolves, beasts, animals, things. So then the mob comes
then
to
that's
kill
the movie.
them, and then the black guy is like, yeah.
We talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
we're
whatever.
moving
So-
past it.
So that's the plot. That guy, by the way, is Miles, their friend.
Yes.
I remembered his name,
Yep. Yeah.
even though he has basically no character except that. So
Well, I mean, literally every single scene that they have him on is just him going on about how, oh, as a black man, you can't even find racism anymore. You just get treated so special. That's the only time they have him on. It's
I think the only reason I
Fucking
could see somebody
ridiculous.
saying this is less offensive or inoffensive is because Freddy Got Fingered came out the same year.
yeah.
And in comparison,
Oh man, the 2000s were a time, baby. Hell yeah! The
In
millennium,
comparison,
baby.
like it's less offensive.
Hell
than
yeah,
Freddy Got Fingered,
yeah.
right?
Little
So-
Nicky, Freddy got
so
fingered.
If you're
the
grading
animal,
on a
yeah.
scale,
Oh,
and that scale
That's
is
depressing.
super weighted,
that is depressing.
but it's true. It's true.
I've never seen Freddy got fingered, so I can't
this-
speak to
this
that.
is-
I'll believe you.
This is a time capsule in a way because this is the time period of those type of comedians
Yes, yeah,
coming
very much
around,
so.
like Green
mean-
and such. So
Yeah, this was definitely like the height of Happy Madison, right? Because it was kind of
Yeah.
like it was right after Happy Gilmore. Like, isn't Happy Gilmore like 99 or something, or like 98? Like, it just
I think it's
If-
earlier because this was 01, yeah.
Oh, 96. Okay. But like
Yeah, that's
pretty
one of the
close.
first
like 5
ones, yeah.
years.
I
5 years
some
afterwards.
some of the first Happy Madison, I think they were still trying. A little
Yes.
bit. A
Yes.
little bit.
Yes.
And then
like
it just became a cash cow production company.
yeah. I would say that
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore is I can watch Happy Gilmore and not hate myself, but it's not easy. And I mean
Yeah.
everything else is so unbelievably devoid of talent and skill and carrying or anything. That's not even a Happy Madison movie. That actually Happy Madison wasn't invented yet.
Yeah,
They
they made
hadn't,
Happy Madison afterwards.
Yeah, yeah,
Off of the
yeah,
money
like,
of those
course,
films
because
that were good.
Yeah, because I mean
Yeah.
Happy
50
Gilmore
First
and then
Dates,
Billy Madison.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funded in '99. So it, like, yeah. So I mean, when I say that this is kind of the height of Happy Madison, I mean this is right when he got big enough that he was able to fund his own production company, and that was kind of one of the first movies that they did. Yeah. Wow.
This movie feels like it's trying to do a lot of visual gags, and none of them really land.
No.
Like he's an animal, so the professor elephant like darts him, knocks him out, and then he wakes up in like a hamster cage with a wheel.
Yeah, with like a
But-
big wheel. Yeah.
But why?
Because he's
guess.
an animal. What
then-
animal? All of them.
They kind of use the wheel later when he has a big gut and he needs to run. But like, why?
Oh yeah, they're really fat phobic too. Forgot about that.
Yeah, this movie's fat phobic.
Lots
It's
of fat
racist. It's misogynistic.
Homophobic.
It's homophobic. It's
Not as much as I
transphobic.
expected. There was only like 2 or 3 homophobic jokes.
This movie's painful. It's painful.
Can we talk about what was a scene that you liked? What was a thing that you thought was
There was a guest star I really liked, and it wasn't Norm Macdonald.
No, Norm Macdonald was not good in this.
At one point, the orangutan from Dunstan checks in.
Sure.
Dunstan checks in to the
And
film.
fucking
And-
clocks Rob Schneider.
Yeah, and beats the shit out of Rob Schneider, and it's the best scene. I love that scene.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
we got a
pretty good.
real celebrity for this movie. Are you kidding me? And I'm also very upset at that fact, because I recognized immediately that was Dunstan. Of all fucking things in this movie. I'm like, yo, was that Dunstan? Oh shit, I know that. I know that ape.
God. You know you've watched some quality films when you can just recognize the apes from the movies.
Fuck.
For me, I would say I have a few favorite scenes. So I mean, that was one of my favorites. I thought that was pretty funny. Him wrestling with the chimpanzees like slapping upside the head over and over and over.
There's some good slapstick there.
Orangutan. Yes, it's slapping him.
Yeah.
I liked when the kids were beating him,
Beating
in
up
the
Rob
beginning.
Schneider and taking
like
weed
hitting him with
guns
billy
and,
clubs and like handcuffing him and stuff like that. I liked when he fell down a cliff in a car and died. I liked when Ed Asner shot him in the balls. I liked when he gets hazed during the obstacle course and they're like just kind of kicking him and. I think
Do you remember that-
see a there might be a.
Do you remember that scene where Dimples, that really cute dog, attacked him multiple
Oh
times?
yeah, when the dog. I love that
Because
scene
that dog
where he gets
hates
mauled
cops.
by a dog.
Yeah, he hates cops. Yeah.
Yeah, him getting mauled by a dog was a pretty good scene. Yeah, that was good too.
Those kids smoke weed in that evidence
They
room,
sure
too.
do.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they mentioned the marijuana. Yeah.
Do you remember marijuana?
10-year-olds. Yeah,
Wow.
marijuana. That's funny. You said marijuana.
That's funny. I like
They were,
the
like,
weed
9.
number. Yeah, weed.
Honestly, though, I did actually, in all honesty, the one scene that I thought that it wasn't funny, but it wasn't. I could see smiling slightly at it, and that was when his car goes off a cliff because he's responding to a robbery, and all the other cops are out playing softball, I guess. So he responds in his own car because he's not a cop. Anyway, he sees a seal in the middle of the road and has to swerve and fall off the road. But they do a like very, very lazy gag, but at least it's not offensive, and it kind of works in that they finally manage a little bit of physical humor. The car falls down the cliff, and it rolls over for like a minute and a half, and then lands on an outcrop, and he's like, whew, it's over! And then it falls down another cliff for like another 30 seconds, and then it gets hit by a big rock. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you know, it just goes on longer.
Yeah,
than
it does like the
Chuckle,
three-hit slapstick combo. Like,
Yes,
that's a good joke in Kung Pao. They have the baby
Sure.
rolling down the hill, and it stops at the end, and then a lady walks by. He's like, "Oh, hello, baby, so cute. Goodbye." And then she rolls it down the hill again, and it keeps going, and it's really funny. That's a good joke when done right.
This one's done very flat.
This one's done flat, and it's done like violently.
Yes.
It's an extremely violent car roll. They did roll
I was
a car,
okay
though,
with that because it was
right?
they did throw that car down a cliff. Yes.
Yeah, they did. Like that's something. That's a good something, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they did a stunt, kinda. I guess. Yeah. Sure. I don't know.
Anyways, so that's that's the animal. We're done.
Fucking
right?
know.
Do we need to talk
Like-
about he drinks bad? What are we going to talk about? Do we want to talk about him drinking badger milk? Oh no, he's going to eat a gross thing.
Now that's good badger milk.
Okay. You know what? At least we aren't watching Grown Ups. It could be worse. It could be worse.
I haven't been able to compare. Do we need to?
If we get $100 per month on the Patreon,
I'm putting that up there now, by the way.
we will watch Grown Ups.
And Grown Ups too?
Now hold on. Hold on.
He drinks
don't
badger
wanna-
milk.
I don't wanna
to
talk
make
about
himself
badger milk.
strong.
He only wants the badger
but
milk
they
'cause
show
there's
a
boobs
badger
on
being
TV.
milked, and then it turns
it's
out
about-
that actually the badger milk is from the hot woman that was selling it because she's
Yeah.
been touched by the doctor too. So it
It's
was
breast
her
milk. Yeah, great. What about the scene where Rob is eating a worm and then feeding a baby vulture?
That was
out of his
fucking
mouth?
weird, man. That's so fucking weird.
Is that
I knew
is
it
that
was
a
coming.
fetish? Is that
I
a
knew
fetish?
it was
might
coming,
be,
and
right?
it's just
Like-
still. Oh god. The weird thing about that, okay, so there's a turkey vulture baby that won't eat, so he does the
Yeah.
obvious thing and chews up food, and the vulture eats out of his mouth. But the thing that fucks me up with that is that that bird does eat out of his mouth.
It does, yeah. Yeah. I don't think that's a CG thing or a Photoshop
No.
or whatever, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like
Yeah.
pretty sure that they have that bird eat out of his mouth, and I want to know what decision led to that being the choice. Like that they wouldn't cut away from it and let him do like a sound or something, you know, like not actually
Something, yeah.
just have a bird eat out of his mouth. I just like who was it? His decision? Was he like, yo, no, I can actually feed this baby bird. I got this. Or was like, did somebody put him like? I want to know the story about why exactly Rob Schneider and the director decided, no, we gotta actually show that bird eating out of my mouth.
I guess. Like,
like
if you're gonna go all the way for physical comedy, you should do something like that. But
then you need to
This
play
movie's
it
so
up. You
lazy
can't
about
play
it,
it
though.
up. You
No,
you
yeah.
can't play it up when you have the actual baby turkey vulture eating out of your mouth because it's an endangered species and it's a little tiny baby eating out of your mouth, so you can't do anything. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's really, really weird.
by the way, this movie had a budget of $47 million and it made $85 million.
Yeah.
It profited a lot. from
Yes.
this movie.
Oh, I
Um,
know. Do you like the scene where they showed Rob's feet really close? I have a note of that. I have Rob's feet.
You're gonna look at that
I'm
note.
just going back through my notes of
You're
like
gonna look at that note
timestamps.
3 years later. It'd be like Rob Schneider's feet. What the fuck is this stuff for?
No,
You're just gonna
I'll
find
remember.
You're just gonna find this note, or your wife's gonna find this note.
Now
partner.
that's the scary thing. Yeah, that's the problem.
Why do you have a note that says Rob Schneider's feet? Oh fuck! Why did I make that note? Ah shit! Ah fuck! Did you like that close-up of Rob Schneider's feet?
Why did you save me?
Yes.
I told you.
You can't do that! Fucking Christ. God, there was a scene where the professor was trying to get his chimp laid by Rob, and the chimp was wearing fucking lingerie. Yeah. What was that about?
Yeah.
What?
Well, if we're using the logic that we've applied to most of these movies and that hasn't led us astray yet, it's that the director has some real good fetishes.
They shamed a cat in this movie too. Yeah.
It's also why we get Rob Schneider's feet.
Yes.
Only watch this movie if you want to see 3 seconds of Rob Schneider's feet
Oh, it's longer than
and
that.
his ass. His fucking balls. We could reconstruct a whole naked Rob Schneider with the right scenes.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh God,
Frankenstein
we can
collab.
rebuild him. Yeah. Yeah, I could build a fully functional Rob Schneider now. Huh. Put them together at
Anatomically
home.
correct Rob Schneider.
I could do it. I could do an anatomically correct Rob Schneider. Yeah. Huh. I can recall it all perfectly in clarity. It's hard to remove, really.
I think this
Huh.
broke me. I think this movie broke me. Fuck. Oh, I did have one other thing to mention. I'm proud of them. By the
Mhm.
way, they only made 2 fart jokes. There were 2
Oh.
poots in this movie. That was it.
Yeah.
That's very reserved.
One of them was when he farted in front of the woman that he really likes. Well, she was in the men's room.
For some reason.
They never ever mention that again.
No, they mention it, but they never explain it.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they don't.
Why?
She just makes fun of him for having farted in the bathroom, a thing that people do.
Yeah. And then there's a random fart noise during some other random scene that is never mentioned. They just put it a fart noise.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
They do a lot of ADR work in this.
Yeah, the moment they did the fart joke in the bathroom, I'm like, I gotta keep a fart count. There's gonna be more.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't. There wasn't that
hardly,
many
yeah.
more. And I'm like, that's very reserved of you, Rob Schneider. Wow.
Wow, good job, Rob. Yeah, let's...
Or the editor, more likely, not Rob, but wow.
That's not me clapping. I'm jerking it to Rob Schneider's feet.
Fuck off! No, fuck you! You piece of shit. I swear to God.
I saw you about to take a drink, and I figured I'd take my shot to get it.
You motherfucker. We gotta stop talking about this fucking movie.
Yeah, this movie is... There's nothing that happens in it.
This movie is a light breeze coming out of Rob Schneider's ass.
Wafting
That's all it is.
apart his
Wafting
little baboon
away.
cheeks and monkey hair.
That's it. That's
You should
the
really
film.
see Rob Schneider's monkey hair ass cheeks. Ass cheeks. You really...
can't
Listen,
keep-
you've missed out on a key moment in this movie.
If you ruin Mother's Day for me once again, I swear to God.
I'm just
Stop
sending
talking
you
about Rob Schneider.
photos of Rob Schneider's ass. I'm just gonna forever and ever. Don't ever open a DM from me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, fuck the animal. It's like a werewolf movie, kinda. Whatever.
For like 2 minutes at the end of it.
I guess.
only.
Rob does do a bunch of dog shit. He barks like a dog and runs on all fours and wags
There is a
his
lot of
tail,
dog
and
stuff, yeah.
He's very obviously a dog in this movie, so whatever.
He grabs a frisbee in the park.
He goes to the dog park and does that, yeah.
In every single scene that she's in, she's like walking 5 dogs because they don't have anything else for her to do.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, really, okay, name something about that woman besides she's also an animal and she walks dogs.
And she heals rescue animals. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Those are the 3 things.
Yeah, like...
That's it. And
Does
she
she
can't
like
act. That...
No.
I know that much.
No. Oh, man.
Fuck.
That was an incredible choice. Her line delivery is like, oh my god, you're an animal?
Was that a good shot? Was that a good scene? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Sure.
you got it. Nailed
Should we
it.
do it again? No.
No. After the first hour, we figured we'd be done, so we've done an hour of takes on this one. That one's
on a time
good.
scale. Yeah, we gotta get this out before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We only got 1 year to shoot this thing, so.
She is absolutely as much as... So John C. McGilney really acts his heart out in this in a way that
he's
he shouldn't.
always good. He's always good.
He's
Yeah.
He is mildly entertaining when he's on scene in this, which is a lot. Ed Asner is actually having fun. You know, I gotta say, non-jokingly, Ed Asner actually in most of the scenes that he's in, like, his lines are stupid, but the way that he delivers them with a lot of gusto. When he shoots Rob Schneider in the balls, he really is having fun with that.
He takes a lot of joy in shooting Rob Schneider in the balls.
Like,
yeah.
So that I actually kind of did like that scene. Besides the fact that Rob Schneider was put through pain in it, and it was him doing the obstacle course, and they're supposed to, God, that fucking obstacle course scene. It's just full of the stupidest garbage. But he is running across the obstacle course, and one of the obstacles is they have to put on a ballistic vest and then get fucking shot by Ed Asner for some reason.
Because it's Ed Asner, and that's what he does. Yeah.
Rob Schneider puts his ballistic vest on his ass and junk because he's a moron. So he puts it on like pants. And then he shuffles over to Ed Asner. But like Ed Asner's reaction, he sells it and it's actually kind of funny because he comes around the corner, points his gun at Rob Schneider, looks at him, kind of raises an eyebrow, and then goes, shrugs, points the gun slightly down, and then shoots him in the dick. Like, well, I gotta shoot him in the ballistics, so here you go.
I guess, yeah.
Gonna have to break Rob Schneider's dick. It's just... But he has fun with it. There's a couple of little things like that he's kind of...
There was that scene where Rob went, like, elbow deep in a man's ass to get a condom full of heroin. Yeah, that was the scene too, huh?
Yeah. I mean, listen, great minds think alike. Rob Schneider and Scott Adams,
Can we stop talking about this movie? Let's rate the fucking dog.
I wanted to point out that I was trying to say that some of the actors, I was going to say that some of the actors, like a lot of the actors in this are garbage and like how bad she is. But I'm like, actually I wanted to give props to 2 people, which are Ed Asner and John C. McGilney, who do not deserve to be in this movie, who do not deserve to have to put up with this shit, and I hope they got a good payday, because
I think Ed Asner deserves to be in this movie. I'm going to be honest. Like, come on. I know Ed Asner. I've seen his films. No, he deserves this.
He's in a lot of good movies.
He deserves this.
Ed Asner's in fucking Up. You leave Ed Asner alone. Ed Asner's fine. Ed Asner just likes a paycheck. It's okay.
Okay, so the dogs. Rob Schneider, also known as Marvin, also known as Snowball.
Mange.
Mange is his last name, yeah. Marvin Mange.
But everybody calls him Mange. Because he's like an
I would rate Marvin Mange / Snowball / Rob Schneider on the... I think I'm going to have to go to the Chevy Chase scale. It's been a while since we've had to drag this out. Yeah, we got to break out the Chevy Chase scale.
Is he a Leslie Nielsen or a Chevy Chase or a Norm Macdonald? Where in this?
He's
spectrum
definitely
is
Chevy
he?
Chase, but is he like Karate Dog Chevy Chase? He's worse, right? Because Karate Dog's like, look at the chassis on that Lassie, but he's all every animal and every scene.
I mean, at least in look at the chassis on that Lassie, which is awful and miserable. It's a dog talking about a dog. In this one,
Yeah, it's
Rob
worse
Schneider just
than this.
fucks a goat.
It's way worse.
Like
This
he
might
just-
be. This might
They
be
have him
the bottom.
slap a goat on the ass when he's about to fuck it.
This might be the bottom of the Chevy Chase scale. Is where I'm at.
I'm starting to think that the Chevy Chase scale is less of a like linear thing and more of a like non-linear
It's like a
spectrum.
fluid?
It's like it's like
Yeah,
a color gamut.
spectrum.
Like there's a whole spectrum
man.
of it, and I feel like we now have corners or where it's like a political alignment chart. And so you've got Chevy Chase, you've got Norm Macdonald, you now have Rob Schneider in another corner. And you have Leslie Nielsen, of course, in the fourth.
Yet the bottom of the Chevy Chase tier is Chili Dogs. So is this
Yes.
is this lower than Chili Dogs?
No.
Is this the
no,
new low?
No,
I don't think
no,
it is.
No.
I
No,
think
it's not even
above
close.
Chili Dogs, which
he's
is
better than Leslie Nielsen.
That is a monumental win.
God, I just
For this
realized
film.
that I just said that Rob Schneider is better than Leslie Nielsen, and we're out. I'm done. Fuck. Let's
No,
rate Dimple. I'm not rating
Yeah, we
Rob
gotta rate
Schneider.
Dimples.
Fuck Rob Schneider.
Dimples hate cops.
Dimples fucking
He
mauls
attacks
Rob Schneider.
What a
And
good
Rob
dog.
Schneider's a cop. Dimples is my favorite dog. He saved this movie.
Yeah, what a good boy.
Dimples is a really good black and white, like, pit bull, I would
collie.
say.
I thought it was like a collie, but I don't remember what it is.
No, it was like I think it was more like a mix. Like it seemed kind of like a mutt.
Okay.
Like it might have been like a collie pit bull mix. Like it wasn't
Something
a
like that,
collie,
yeah.
but it wasn't exactly a pit bull either. But it was like a black and white. Like you could see that dog being named Spot. Dimples was a good name for that dog. That was a good dog.
Yeah,
He was
what a cute
good
pup.
boy.
And a very loyal dog. Hates cops. What a good
Just
pup.
hates cops and Rob Schneider. Just all upside with this mutt.
I would give Dimples an easy 13 out of 10. What a good boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic dog. Got some good pets from its owner. Just good boy.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's the animal. Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Rough Cuts. I don't know why, but you were here and we appreciate it. You can support us on Patreon at Rough Cuts Cast. We also have a Twitter account at Rough Cuts Cast and TikTok. And you can email us at roughcutscast@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or feedback. Very much appreciated. And yeah, we watched The Animal. Great. That was a good use of my day.
Have a good night, boys.
Oh, I won't. I won't. Don't worry.
Sweet feet dreams.
I will not be having dreams of Rob Schneider's feet, you fucking animal.
No, Rob Schneider's the one fucking animals. Sorry.
Cut it off! They can't do Marvin Gaye's song again because they already played it for the GOAT!
Yeah, they did.
Well, I already showed you.
Like I
don't
said,
have
he's
it.
coming back.
I don't have any. Look.
You
Show-
haven't. You're not convincing enough.
Yeah.
He can smell. You snapped into that Slim Jim. Just like how all those animal parts snapped into Rob Snyder, especially his ass.
You know, it's brave to show Rob Schneider's dick and balls.
Full
In a
dick and
movie.
balls, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with how
And not-
malformed they are. Like, just
Yeah, not everybody
really
would
awful.
show that.
no,
And,
yeah.
and it's really brave, and I'm really proud of them
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm glad that they were willing to go that
for
far
showing
for
full
him.
frontal Rob
And
Schneider's
I mean,
dick and balls.
it's an important PSA, like for people with that condition, you know, because I mean,
The condition of being Rob Schneider.
yeah.
Yeah. And his hairy ass. Which you wanted me to.
I was just trying to make you suffer as much as I did. I wanted you to
You
back
wanted
up
me to
see it.
rewind and see it again.
Yes, because then I could look away and you could see it. Why did I have to be the only one to see his hairy ass? Do you think they glued hair to it? What did they do to it? How do you like? I'm just because they show his bare ass, but then they have hair all over it. That's just like monkey hair. So do they like? Is that just? Who,
I don't think they had.
Who's the okay? What makeup person do you get? Is that hair or is it makeup to get? When
Well, they would have to have a costume designer and a makeup artist. They didn't have that shit.
you go into a Hollywood like
Yeah.
FX house and you're like, okay, listen,
Oh man.
I need you to make something that's like a toupee.
Okay. But for an
How
ass.
much like a toupee? Well, you know, kind of like one. Like one. Oh, okay. Well, who's it going on? Rob Schneider. And you go, oh, fuck. Oh, it's for his ass. Oh,
For his
okay.
butthole.
Yeah.
You get it? His butthole.
I should have realized immediately.
Okay.
Do you have
I think I'm
Audacity
ready.
open?